day 4 of our non-guided house tour. Right. Allowance. Ooh. It's my 3 free money. I almost forgot about that. Lovely. I do like starting with 3 free money. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the requested sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you'll one day come to expect of us. Anne Babbage, house manager. Corridor we probably want to try and save for later, if possible. Would be nice to have that down at further ranks in the house. How many chess pieces in this room? I've decided that I should probably be noting down which chess pieces appear in which rooms. It seems like something that is going to come up eventually. I can also sneak back here. Any reason for that? Doesn't appear to be any chess pieces in this room, though. All 3 statements are false. 2 statements are false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Well, we know that's false, so one of these is true. If this is true, then this is false, which means the gems are in here. If this is false, then this also has to be false, which isn't possible for all of them to be false, so yoink. Ding ding. Okay, we can get our car keys back. Do I even really want that? Not really. The passageway here doesn't seem great, so I'll just take a den, I think. Four of diamonds. Okay, yeah, new page. Chess pieces. Den equals pawn. And grab that. And, this way. If you want something goes to the right. Hallway would be more useful later, possibly. I'll take the commissary, I think. Just for a good way through. Without. Nothing in the bin. What's for sale? Anything useful? We could buy a gem. Maybe I'll come back later. Bedroom is nice here. Also a pawn. Anything in here, by the way, chess piece-wise? Not that I can see. Bedroom. Guest bedroom, patio, spare room. I'll take a spare room, I think. It goes in pleasant direction. West Wing Hall might be nice. Or do I want a storeroom here? No, I'll take a West Wing Hall. Nothing chess piece related in here, is there? Not as far as I can tell. This way... Secret passage leads to a room of a colour of your choice. Interesting. We can have a drawing room, or we can have a guest bedroom. This might be a good spot for a drawing room. It's fairly central to everything. Don't see any chess pieces in this room, as far as I can tell. Here... corridor? Like a corridor. And this way... Like a storeroom. I'll be needing that key at some point shortly, I'm sure. Storeroom. Another chess piece. What's that? Not entirely sure. Like a fold-out bench kind of thing? Chapel, just for the extra options. Door is locked. Door is also locked. Now, let's use a key. Nook for another key. No chess pieces in here, are there? No. I didn't really check the chapel pretty well. Well, I remember there being a bishop in the chapel somewhere. Yeah, I can just about see it back there without heading back into the room. Chapel. Bishop. And this way. Nothing really heading in the direction that I want, but... I guess I'll take a closet. I've got a metal detector. Huh. And a dice. It's a new one. While drafting, you may use a dice to roll new floor plans. That's useful. There goes another coin. This way. I'm not in love with any of these. I guess I'll take a kitchen, just because it puts me in a semi-useful direction. Main course served only in the dining room. The kitchen menu. Today's main course is stuffed wild quail. 20 steps plus an additional 10 if you have a trophy room in your house. Of course, get a banana, a club sandwich, or a chef salad. It's 5 steps for every green room in your house. It's the same. Well, I could buy a banana if I really so desired. Not sure that I do, though. Only one of these goes in a useful direction at all. Courtyard plus metal detector could be nice. But I want spade, don't I? Yeah. Oh well. Locked. That is highly unfortunate. The metal detector's going up. Huh. A coin. I guess I'll buy a banana. Gonna lose my money going back through this room anyway. Yeah, there's the bishop. Way from here, not back there. We gotta backtrack. That's not the right set of buttons. I gotta backtrack right the way back. The entrance hall, do we not? Yeah. That's unfortunate. Dark room is really our only option. Yeah, I'd love to be able to look around in this room more thoroughly. Whatever this is. Breaker room. At least I can turn the dark room's lights back on from in here. That gives me an opportunity to look it around. Right, we can actually see what's going on in here now. A broken lever. Okay, we have a camera. Man holding camera. Couple of members of the household staff. Not sure what's being held here. I feel like a magnifying glass so I could read what this says. Unfortunately, I can't. Something to remember to come back to later when we get the opportunity. Oh look, there's a heart carved in the tree. A again. If I could zoom in, I might be able to read what's on that padlock. Sadly not. Print notes. HS has requested that yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Ah, there is the camera in question. What room is this? Whatever room it is, it has the king in it. Photo in dark room. Interesting. There's that photo again. And again, but slightly clearer. Well, it's a room with a computer in it. Looks like a study of some sort. Same photo again. And a couple more of the generic drawings. That's a really close-up photo. Tree. Egg timer. Nothing on any of the prints hanging up. Billiard room it is. More dice. 2 of them. Yes. Is this 16 minus 7, maybe? For 9? 3? I'm gonna guess that's adding up to 10. No, must be multiplication. 18. 12. 9. 3. 16. Yes. 15. Well, 15 times 3 minus 10 would be a number too large, so let's go for 15 minus 10 equals 5 times by 3 is 15. Yes. Silver key. Locking a door with a silver key leads to a room with many doors. Nice. The metal detector's still going off, though. Ah, there's a key just lying on the floor down here. Security room. can't get anyway. Take a pantry. It goes in the right direction. It gives me an apple. And I forgot I'm supposed to be looking for chess pieces. Are there any in here? Don't see any in here. Were there any in there? I don't think there are any in there. Monk room. Boudoir it is. Unless we redraw. Tempted to. Office. Ah, this is the room from the photograph. Office. Good dining room. Aha. Dining room. Unfortunately, I have no gems. Redraw. East Wing Hall. That's a new room. I also forgot to look up our room directory again. Should do that. Locksmith. Keys for sale. It's a room that I would quite like. Guest bedroom. Another pawn. And a key. Right wing hall. And some suitcases. The pool adds locker room, sauna and pump room to today's draft pool. I would love that, but alas, no gems. So, bunk room it is. There's a hamster in here. Hello. Another living creature. Camp Colonel. There's a torch. Games console. Mini checkers board. I was about to say chessboard, but apparently it's checkers. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I always had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I'll make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me. Missing the W. And today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother finally returns from college and I get to return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, He still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. Do I need to start writing down names of people? This feels like it might become relevant at some point, and I am not taking note of the family tree. So there's Simon. He has a brother of unknown name. I forget who we're supposed to be. Conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they're placed in this room instead. Could be helpful. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items through your house. When other items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are counted in that room instead. Safe code. 9083. And this is printed, so it's probably a lie. I'm going to write it down anyway. Worth a try regardless, I would say. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Great. Wine cellar and a maid's chamber. Actively unhelpful. Less likely to find items. I'll take a wine cellar. I could definitely use the gems anyway, and it's a new room. Oh, yeah. Shovel. Unfortunately, the courtyard is a long, long way away. So that's not terribly useful right now. MCCXIII. How long is C again? Is it like 100? Yeah. It's 1,100, 200. MCCXIII. 1,213. Get off my screen pop-up. Lovely. Profits. Or something. No, I'd rather use a regular key, I think, until we get to a slightly more central location. Freezer freezes your accounts. Money and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day and cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. Ooh. Ooh. That's a proposition. That's That's a proposition that I think I'm going to take. It's chilly in here. Ah. This looks like it might let me through if we could somehow turn off the cooling system. Also, there's a key embedded in this block of ice. Yeah, we've got to be able to heat this place up somehow. But how? Not for staff use. Master Sinclair's personal freezer. More things encased in more ice. Huh. Okay. Gotta be some way to heat this place up. And I'll get many things out of that. But how? I guess let's try and make it back to the courtyard, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Then... it's a long, winding road. At least I get 2 more steps from going through there. There's a garage. Can't get in it though, I don't have any gems. They're frozen. Well, Maid's Chamber isn't terrible. I get to see what's in it without really suffering from the less likely to find items for too terribly long. Staff notice, the day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Right. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Miss Babbage for details. And... Babbage, housekeeper. Chief housekeeper. And following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work is suspended. All living staff have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Okay. Now we go up. Through, right, through. Nothing. A key. But, well, I'm out of places to go. Room directory. Parlor. We've seen a bunch already. Billiard room. Smoky back room featuring a pool table and fully stocked bar. So, as a retreat for more than one occasion for guests lacking the social wit required for after-dinner conversation. Rather curious game of darts provided the less competitive players a unique opportunity to ponder over its unusual rules. Closet and most recess space for storage. Storeroom. built from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had at one time been in vogue and on display elsewhere. Wine cellar. A short staircase leads down to this below-ground cellar, revealing an impressive collection of bottles from every respectable vintage of the last 200 years. The seasoned wine aficionado, the labels displayed here would indicate a preference for prioritizing extravagance and rarity over quality. Then we've seen Nook. I'm sure we've seen Pantry. Gamut of ingredients and supplies. Social sitting room, adorned wall-to-wall with artwork and drawings. An unfinished sketch of your uncle sits on an easel in the middle of the room, providing a vivid image of what were presumably his final days, depending on when the project was abandoned. Control room with state-of-the-art surveillance equipment, inventory system, and controls via an electronic computer terminal. Fully staffed research laboratory, furnished with all manner of scientific equipment and measurement devices. The home laboratory provides a controlled environment in a remote location, far from prying eyes and traditional safety regulations. Coat check, cloakroom, where guests may leave their coats, bags, or hats in exchange for claim tickets. Usually drafted, adjoining the entrance hall during larger social events such as a ball or gala. Freezer, dedicated to deep freeze and cold storage. Matt Harley's freezer is an insulated space kept almost as frigid as the snowy mountains of Korarkika. Sustaining a sub-zero temperature is vital for keeping the items in this room under ice. As after years, H.S. Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings which were held in the professional setting of this room. Dining room, internet and warm room with a large dining table boasting a serving tray with a silver dome cover. Dinner served each evening. Boudoir, private salon with a plethora of fainting couches and chaise lounges. It served both as a dressing room for her ladyship in the mornings and a cozy sitting room for her in the evenings. Bedroom. Bunk room. Rustic wooden stacked bunk beds evoke the enticing promise of campfire stories and childhood adventures. Served as pillow fort and bedroom to the young Sinclair boys and has remained faithfully unchanged over the years. Bedroom, dead end, dead end. Counts as 2 dead ends as well as 2 bedrooms. Hallway, Westering Hall. Lady Atson. East Wing Hall. Fenestrated hallway overlooks the east side, warmed by in the early day by the light of the rising afternoon sun. Series of cramped passage, unfinished passages used primarily by the servant staff to traverse the estate quickly. Rooms, shops. Standard kitchenette with all the typical amenities: stove, refrigerator, oven, and sink. Typical example of the accommodations for the living staff on the estate is this particular bedroom belongs to one of the maids. Dedicated to photo processing, development, and printmaking. The room is outfitted with safe lights which provide red illumination to which the photographic material is insensitive. However, due to a faulty installation, the safe lights often overload their circuit capacity and blow a fuse. And the wait room. Fine. Ooh, my frozen assets remain. Lovely. Also, we have a prosaic banquet hall with a dining room, kitchen, wine cellar, pantry, and freezer. Day 5. Starting with a fair bit of money. Very good. Not being able to go straight off the bat isn't fantastic, but I'll take a left or right. Ooh, passageway's not bad. Hallway is kind of facing the wrong direction. It uses 2 gems, but I'll take a passageway. Opens things up quite a lot. Pantry goes the way that I want. Gives me an orange. 5 steps. Security room. Not bad. Yeah, there's no security door here this time. I guess that was just bad luck the first time I saw it. I'll take a laboratory. I'll take a laboratory. Finding that early is good. It uses up my final gem, but getting this early is very nice. Here's another name for my name collection. Kimberly Thompson. Researcher. Pretty sure this is the same. Yeah, it's the same pattern as the other time I was in here. The code has not changed. So yeah, we need 18 degrees in the ice room. Let's see what we can do here. We can look at my my research logs. Each time you eat an apple, one of you spends 2 more gems drafting a room for each bedroom you draft after your second. None of these seem like terribly common occurrences. And none of these are permanent effects. Unless maybe adding small chests to the entrance hall is a permanent effect, but I don't even know. But hey, we'll try this. Okay, so I want bedrooms. I'll take a guest bedroom. Gives me a dead end in what is kind of an awkward spot, but I have enough other routes right now. Nursery, commissary, breaker room. I mean, the nursery's another bedroom, but Alas, I cannot access it. I could turn off the power in the gymnasium. That might be helpful, actually. That might disable its effect? I don't know. Let's do that anyway. Alright. Passageway. Something that goes to the right. Nope. There's another bedroom, though. The furnace just seems bad. Though, I'll need to have a look at it at some point. Well, there's 2 bedrooms. Oh. A coin purse. Each time you collect 3 and an additional 1. Did I write down regular bedroom as being a 4? No, I did, yeah, I did. Guest bedroom is as well. It leaves me with only 1 route to go, which is annoying. No, I'll take a nook. I might have ended up dead-ending myself early here, though. We'll see. Oh, hello. That's that same one again. Walk-in closet. 4 items. No, this is hello again. This is my experiment triggering twice, which is very cool. And we are right close to the entrance hall as well, which is fantastic. It's locked. Great. Ooh. Probably worth it. Probably. Night. Observatory. Night. Makes sense. It's a room all about the night. 2 trunks added to the entrance hall. Great. That's something I don't need right now. I think I'd better take the 1 gold instead. If I get a choice. I do not get a choice. I get more chests in the entrance hall, which is great. If only I had the keys to do anything with all that. Parlor. Gems are in the black box. Blank. The gems are in a box with a statement. Well, one of them is true and one of them is false. If this is true, then this is also true. Which doesn't really work. If this is false, then this is still true. and means it's this one. It's not. I don't know how the rules work with blank boxes. Right, if that's false, then... Oops. Sucks, but I kind of have no choice in the matter. Drawing room is good. Corridor is also good. Take a corridor just to get us a bit further along down the ranks. Gymnasium. Have steps to burn anyway, currently. And this is a new room. Very small, square gymnasium. Okay, this is a powered off security door. Works for me. Or not, because I can't get through at all. West Wing Hall. Lady Clara's first name is Clara. Clara. Locked. Fortunately unlocked. Guess I'll take a courtyard. Aha. Anything useful? An old shoe. Not useful. Anything useful here? An old tin can. Also not useful. Odd place for a hallway. Let's take a kitchen instead. Ooh, a wood-fired pizza. Additional 10 steps if you have a furnace in your house. Well, I can get a bunch of extra steps if I need them, but I really don't right now. And you are unfortunately locked. Right. And you're locked, which means we're doomed, I think. Unless I can go through here. I can. The rumpus room. What? Uh-huh. Oh. Well, this is a different colour of chess piece, mind you. Equals bishop. Brackets black. In case that makes any difference at all. That's a lot of coins. And I get even more coins from my purse. Well, I have money to burn. Locked. Hi.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon, a door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Well, that was at once both fairly enlightening and told me nothing at all. As is tradition, I suppose. Still, thanks anyway. Nice cutscene. There was a cat in it, so I really quite enjoyed that cutscene, yes. But I think that we are, in fact, pretty stuck. Go right the way back to the entrance hall, I suppose. Maybe grab some more steps from the kitchen on my way through. Plus try and add morning room to today's draft pool. I'll take it. Whatever the morning room is. Go this way again? No. No. Ah. Do. And it doesn't really matter which way I go. We can go this way. Go this way. Regular hallway it is. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna get stuck real soon here anyway. Code check, no. Well. I got a key. So I guess I'll go all the way back again. I would rather use the key to actually try and unlock a room rather than open a box. Gymnasium doesn't actually seem to be applying its effect. Which is fine by me. This is rank 8, so I can take a pizza. Pizza consumed. For a whole ton of extra steps. Not that I need them, but anyway. And we're now definitely locked out. Dining room, I've already written that down. Okay. All well and good. Next. West-facing bed and breakfast. West wing favoured, 4 bedrooms, bacon and eggs. Fair enough. Found a couple of new rooms. Okay, the chests do not remain. Forward march. Parlour right away is not bad. Yeah, I am gonna open all of you. Hallway gives me options. This side nook is also nice. You were in the parlour. So I am. Blue box is true, this box is empty. Well, that's true. This is true. This must be false. Clinkety clunk. Aye. Save 1 on each purchase you make. Useful. I do not want a passageway here. Ooh. Nice. Banana. Guess I'll take a spare room. Kinda want to head back to the left when possible. That'll work. Locked. I'll come back later, maybe. Ooh. Well, it's costly, but it gives me a lot of options, and it's a new room. I'll take it. The cloister. How do I even get into that middle space? It's all totally blocked off. Guess I'll take a utility closet here. It's not a terrible space for it. Yeah, turning off the gymnasium is always a good idea. don't mind a wine cellar here. That's fine. It gives me a lot of gems in the process. Dig spot if I had a spade. Locked. Yeah. Discover less common floor plans or drafting in the library. Sure. Plus, it's a new room. The house directory is a great source of information. If you wish to know more about a specific room, press R. I already know that. Book request form. In library use only. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Please select one. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, Swimbird, Fixed Stars, History of Ordinia, EPCW Pump System User Manual, and Drafting Strategy, Architectural Digest, Volume 3. This sounds the most immediately useful. Right. And we have our name. Right, and yes, we are Simon. Simon P. Jones. Above Sony is responsible for all materials checked out using this form and understands new requests cannot be made on days in which a previously requested book or periodical has been pulled. So we're going to need this room at least 12 times in order to see all of these. Holy records. Total time, total days, longest day, average day. Steps taken, blah 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 blah. Statistics book. Not terribly helpful. Scrapbook. My first train ticket. Car keys. Paper floor plan most drafted, most played. Most time spent in. Contraptions I've made. What? Largest purchase. Most avoided floor plans. I don't think I have played quite enough for that to be particularly enlightening. Okay, this was locked. Alright, we're going back a bit then. Well, at least we have these directions. Bedroom. Sure. Kind of awkward, but gives me the key that I need for later. is a kind of nasty spot to draft this. I'll take the observatory. Even though it doesn't go anywhere, because it increases my star count by 1. It gives me a slice, plus 3 steps. I should bother looking up there every time. Well. Oh, hold on. The Nook. The Nook with a Rook. That makes sense. Oops. A bit of paper has come loose. I'm gonna just end up with a bunch of scattered pieces of paper by the end of this. Nook equals Rook. Then Rook Nook. None of these are great. In fact, none of these are useful at all. I am out of places to go. Welp. This was a relatively unproductive run. But hey, we got up to 3 stars. We noted down a chess piece. We saw a couple of new rooms, so we at least accomplished something. Two new rooms.